53. 52 is going to the grain mill, that's the other side of the map. 55 is also going to the grain mill, and what was it, 85 is also going to the grain mill. Oh, so if I go back and look, so this is oats, this is barley, this is wheat, this is wheat. I could do the 2 wheat contracts, but the grain mill is all the way out here, so that's a long trek back to empty. But I do like 53. We will take 53 now, and then we'll see how the day goes. 53. Where'd 53 go? That one there, and it pays well, so I am all for that. Accept the contract. And we'll take this back to the yard. I'll probably cart in the Zerian because it's a little bit more capable. And obviously we'll get the big giant harvester out, which I think the Zerian's parked in front of. So I put a lot of the kit back at the end of or during the intervening period between last week and this week. I've got the big M is in front of the forage harvester because the forage harvester is used in August, and that's it. The big M will be used on exactly the same fields for the rest of the year. The harvester itself also at the back of the shop, and then I've got the Zerian in front of it because when I'm using that I'm carting with the Zerian. Of course I could hitch the big square baler up and collect the straw and sell that, but again that's on the other side of the map. It's a long trek up to the bale sell point to make money off that, so I might skip it. We're kind of not really that desperate for significant amounts of money. I just need enough to cover the loans and get some consumables for crop spraying and seeding. And I think we're going to be short on seed. Fertilizer, I'm not quite so certain. That can be a very efficient thing, especially since we're going to be fertilizing grass fields, and really grass doesn't use that much in the way of fertilizer, if at all, after planting maize. Okay, so stick that in front of the Merlot, and we'll turn around, turn the engine off and jump out. So yeah, big M's there, the small big foragers back there, and then I've got the 2 light tractors, and the Merlot is at the back of the shed. So oh right, okay. I was a little bit confused there because of the direction that the map was showing the field in. But that's because of the direction I had the camera pointing, not anything else. And that grain mill is a real pain to get to from here because it's on the other side of a dip in the road, which means our vehicles tend to struggle to get up the other side. Let's go get the harvester, which is probably the last vehicle in the set. Okay, fuel. Yes, we need some. Really good job I checked. I think at some point we are going to need a field service trailer so that we can refuel. Oh dear. Let me see. Oh yes, indeed. Okay, we don't have any. So, 1,000 litres, 300. Let's go 2,000 litres. Yes. And I need to. Ah, there we go. I need to see the words that say refuel. Okay, this is going to take it. Big tank, slow delivery. Isn't this where Millennial Farmer goes and makes himself a cup of coffee and comes back? Because it takes 10 minutes to refuel the harvesters. That said, I'm not sure this harvester is as small as his. I think they're of a similar size. I didn't want one this big, but it's what was on sale, so yeah, we got it. Okay, we're full. And I will drive this over with the Zerian in pursuit, because that's usually the better way to do it. Workers tend not to do rear wheel steering that well. And I think I want to sell those belts and get back to the one we had before. Oh look, the Zerian is the next vehicle in the list. Now, problem with the folding header is you kind of can't see where you're going. Oh, now, how do I get down there? Come on. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. So I want to turn left here and then right, and that will take me all the way down to the bottom. Okay then. Off we go. Yay. Maximum speed 26 miles an hour. Don't lose your hats, some people. Of course, the other problem could be that the worker is driving a four-wheel... Ah, no. I know what the problem is. Send the worker home. I set cruise control on this thing to be 5 miles an hour so that I could cruise control next to the forager. Of course, that means that workers will drive at that speed too. Alrighty, now we can go. My initial thought was that the worker was having problems with four-wheel steering and crashing into hedges, which also isn't beyond the realms of possibility. Okay, harvester's 99%. We have full tank of diesel and we have a contract. think it said it's going to pay us 8,000. Which puts us back to 32. Why am I so poor? Because we bought diesel. But that's going to be used on the farm. I'm not going to use 2,000 litres of diesel doing this contract, but I'm going to need to refuel everything else on the farm, so you have to buy it at some point. Okay, I believe the entrance to Field 55's other end, so we have a short drive down the road. Am I on the right side? Yes. And that is a nice looking field of oats. Now the nice thing here, I've got a small header because it's the folding header isn't super big, but I have a huge harvester, which means there is the possibility that I can make it round the field before it fills up. We shall see. I guess I can turn the beacons off because we're here. And get everything unfolded and we can start this job. So first things first, let us unfold that, and you can, oops, okay, well at least we saved it, go home. We'll leave that there, and okay, header unfold. This is just so cool. Now if you do this with a worker, the worker will fold the header up. So if it misses bits, you have to take the time to unfold the header. There it is. Okay, I think I don't have swath or straw swath on. We are chopping. So that's good, and I will jump in. Now going around this way, the monitor's in the way, so I can't see the edge of the field very well. So we'll do this from back here. I guess the other question is, so we've got revised what's the word for it? Crop textures on this, which does result in maize stubble getting crushed by the vehicles driving through the field, so mulching isn't the greatest of things. It's kind of looking like oats is not too bad here. It looks like if I came out here to mulch this field, that would be a good thing. Oh, there was an update to the rolling contract mod. We do have the ability to do rolling, or we do have the ability for the game to generate rolling contracts for us. The problem is there was a bug. If you rolled a field, it would then say now you need to, or you plant a field and there is the potential that a rolling contract would come up. If you then rolled the field, it would say, oh, the field needs to be planted again. And you could effectively go to one field with a seeder and a roller and just keep repeating those contracts until you felt you'd made enough money. The rolling contract mod was updated so it doesn't get into that terminal loop. Now the thing is if you rolled it, if you planted it and then rolled it, it would then germinate and grow the following month. So, yeah, it wasn't totally broken. It's just that if you rolled the field, then it would think it needs to be replanted, but when it ticks over to the next month, it would say, "Ah, no, there's seed in the ground. It germinates. We're good." No idea if it affects the crop yield. It's just another job you can do and get paid for doing, which, hey, no bad thing. So yes, we are easily going to make this out. We're already opposite side of the field, 20% full. I'm probably going to hit both headlands before we need to empty this. Then I didn't install GPS on this thing. Well, that's a little bit of an oversight. Well, I can't afford it because we've only got 24,000. But again, yeah, my general argument, I can eyeball this. I don't need GPS. It's just if I'm doing lands, then doing a cut-in, I may not be taking the most efficient point to cut in on. So we end up with, you know, a narrow strip of 5 meters that still needs to be harvested in points. I think we're doing okay here. And that swath is significantly wider than the header. You can see how wide the header is supposed to be as compared to how far out we're chucking that chopped organic matter. So I guess going forward, we are not going to have the mud system installed. We're not going to be playing with rain pane either. It may just be one of them. It may have been rain pane was calling out an issue, but it was having an issue with the mud mod, or the mud system. So both of them disabled. We won't be re-enabling those again. But you know, they're mods that enforce a method of play, but you can still play to that anyway. Well, not so much the mud mod. I can't, because the mud mod causes damage to things like cultivators as you if you try and cultivate wet fields. So obviously that feature is disabled, but I should just say, hey, it was raining at 6 o'clock this morning, so I can't do any work until lunchtime. And so long as I keep to that in my sort of personal rules of play, it's no different than having the mod installed anyway. That's my tea. Oh, looks like the snow's cleared up. Which is fun. Oh, and with the kids away this weekend, we've put the Honda minivan in for a service. Okay, let's lift that up. And get this turned around, and I will do the second headland clockwise, because obviously I want the pipe on the outside if the worst comes to the worst and we fill the tank up. I don't see us filling the tank up. That's it though. we don't get a yield map on this either. I'm kind of hoping for Farm Sim 25 we do get a better integration of precision farming, possibly not having precision farming as an extra mod, but having it as a switch like Seasons is in this version. So if you want to play with precision farming, you flick a switch, it turns it on, and it precision farms for everything. All of the base game crops. Oh, come on, dear. Let's go. What else are we having issues with precision farming? Oh, the contract mods as well. Goodness me, we are struggling up this hill. And this is the big one. This is the all the horses, all the everything struggle. Are you slipping? I don't know. I would have thought we should have full traction here because we've got the tracked wheels or the tracked system. But seriously, this is a struggle. Fortunately, it's the only time I'm coming up this hill today, and then we'll be cutting across the field. Which is going to be a little bit shallower. I can't remember whether I mentioned last week, so there was a patch on Railroader which completely broke my game save. The interchanges stopped delivering, so I didn't have any freight tasks to do at all. And since I'd done all of the milestones, it was like, well, there's nothing left to do except ship passengers up and down the line forevermore. So at that point, I kind of dropped that save, started a new one, and I have a sneaking suspicion that as part of the update, they've adjusted the fuel usage rates, fuel being coal and water. Because I'm pretty sure I can't take the large mogul as far as I used to be able to, although it could be that I'm just overloading it because it's the biggest locomotive I can afford at the moment, and I'm decided to play my second playthrough. I'm not taking out any debt. So I have to be able to afford to buy what I need. So for the longest time I was just playing with the starter mogul, and I got that up to 1,200 ton trains of about 26 cars, which that's kind of impressive. And with the larger mogul, I think I've got 2,000, maybe 2,200 ton train from Whittier to Bryson. But after that, you kind of have to cut down on how much it's hauling west, because there is a rather steep climb, and I need a consolidation, but can't afford one, so we're stuck with a mogul. Actually, I've now got two moguls because I could afford a second one, and I kind of needed trains at both ends of the line most of the time. So they can swap shuttles through the middle, but yeah, just keeping everything going. I need more trains. I was looking at it and saying, do I get a mogul or do I get a switcher? Do I get a mogul or do I get a switcher? I ended up going with the mogul because it's a little bit more efficient on the long runs. Has bigger wheels, so less steam to make the wheels go round. You go faster. Okay, we are now up to 72%. So we'll unload this when we get back to the field entrance, and then we'll start cutting across the rows. I don't know how big this is, 17,000? 34. So we'll probably be able to empty the harvester 3 times into one truck. That's fine. And I do believe oats is a very low yield or volume crop. If this was wheat or barley, we may have made one headland before we filled it. That's fine. Oh, but we also have to account for the crop weight. So might not get 3 full loads into the trailer because the crop might be too heavy for that. Give that a whirl. So let's extend the pipe, and you can see the pipe sticks out so far compared with the size of the header, but the header allows me to get in and out of the fields. I could get a bigger one. I could use the folding one to clear the entrance and run the headlands, and then once we're at this stage there's enough room to manoeuvre a big header and trailer into here. I could swap them over. At this point we're not really struggling for harvesting. I could get a small sort of mid-sized harvester. We have sort of something 10,000, the Trion, the T560, something in this sort of size. We could put that header, that folding header on that, just to clear the field entrances, and then get a big header for this harvester and do it that way. Well, we'll see. Now, this will do, and we're not working too much. I just noticed I took those. Oh no, I've only taken this one contract. That's good. I was going to say, I thought, oh no, I just took 4 contracts for harvesting, and it's almost the end of the day.